want to have my mic, you can answer that one.
So great question. It's kind of a journey for me. Brought up by Christian parents, very thankful for. So had an understanding of God and Jesus when I was a kid, but hadn't really decided to follow him for myself. And then when my brother and my mum got really serious about faith and decided to get baptised, it was at that moment that I was kind of like, it's a significant decision to make to actually follow Jesus. It's not just about going to church or knowing about God. It's actually taking that step for myself. So shortly after that, I decided that I would follow Jesus and become a Christian. But it kind of was a bit of a meandering journey, a bit up and down through my teenage years. And actually, when I was 16, 17, I kind of walked away from God a bit. And although I would have called myself a Christian, it was very suppressed. And I think the real market in the sand was when I went to university. And during Freshers Week, I was sort of, living it up, do the things that people do on Freshers Week, going out partying and stuff, just sort of second end of the second week in, was chatting to another guy that was on my same accommodation block, and the two of us had both discovered that we'd been involved in church in the past, and me and him were chatting about God and stuff, and there was a girl that was, I think he quite liked, to be honest, and that was kind of the motivating factor, but who was involved in the Christian Union, and she said, why don't you come along? And so we went, and I remember just sitting there. I can't remember what the speaker said or what the songs were about, but I remember just sitting there thinking, I believe in God and I believe in Jesus, but I haven't really dedicated my life. Although I've said that I'm a Christian, it's not really been a lifestyle, and it hasn't really been, I haven't really been all in. And so I just felt like there was a line drawn in the sand. I just stepped over it and just left everything else behind, and got involved in church, got involved in the Christian Union. They asked me to help on it was a Discovering Christianity course, which is a bit like Alpha, as a leader, even though I'd only just sort of recommitted my faith, and got really involved in church, got baptised, and from then on sort of never looked back. So that was sort of the long way round, but probably about the age of 12, but then really at the age of 18 is when I sort of put my flag in the ground and said, this is what I'm about, and this is what I stand for, and I've never looked back since then.